Man, it's a wonder what taking a few weeks off of uploading can do to your complexion. Just look at that, I am so blue now, and my eyes turned red. Very neat, and I even got a change of wardrobe and a new cape that Lando would be proud of. If you didn't get that reference, that's fine. It's just a Star Wars thing. Well, it seems like my poor little conveyor belts over here just kind of stopped working. They just kind of quit. Maybe I should have given them time off for working continuously 24/7 even when they're not moving items around. Or maybe it actually turned out to just be an Optifine rendering thing with animations. They're not getting time off. Don't even think about it. I bet you never thought you'd see your favorite blue skin character from a certain science fantasy series wearing a suit of commando armor now, did you? Well, neither did I. Especially not an unenchanted suit of commando armor. Thanks mods for updating and disenchanting my armor. Really appreciate it. Moving on from certain annoyances, we need to make a tier 2 rocket. Because we need to go to Mars. As the title says, we gotta beat Elon Musk there. He's making a good effort. It's pretty impressive, but let's be real. We're gonna make it there first. It's come to my attention that we have to make some tier 2 materials for this rocket. I mean, it's a tier 2 rocket. That's literally what it's called. It makes sense. Mainly, we need some better plates that are just a little bit more epic than the ones that we used before. The other ones, they're good. They got us to the moon, but they're no longer satisfactory. We also need some rocket boosters, which are a new thing that we haven't made yet. And of course, I have to make a nose cone, which requires a californium RTG and a bunch of radioactivity and stuff like that. So I have to throw together a few pieces of nuclear fuel to just process in my nuclear reactor. I'm not using it for power anymore. I just need the actual materials. So I've heard that this California might be slightly ticklish if I hold it for too long. Let's see if that is actually true. Oh yeah, it's definitely true. It's not too bad. As long as it's not the bottom of my feet. Oh no, it's the bottom of my feet. No. I think I'm getting allergic to it now. You know what? That wasn't too bad. Aside from almost overheating my reactor just with the sheer power of my sneeze, it was pretty impressive, by the way. I don't think I'm ever going to financially recover from this. All I have to do now is just wait around for that nuclear fuel to burn, or I guess deplete, or whatever you want to call it, and we'll end up with the last bit of Californium 250. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It could be 252. I don't know. There's a lot of them. Either way, we're going to have it in like 15 minutes or something, so we may as well go work on some other things. So the way that I get meteoric iron is I kind of just vibe on the moon and wait for meteors, hence the name, to fall around me and hopefully not kill me, so that I can go mine them and get the meteoric iron from that. Now, I already have 6 raw meteoric iron, which is 6 ingots out of the 18 I believe that I need. And I also happen to have 2 of the meteors themselves sitting in the chest here. Kind of impressive, by the way, that chest can hold 2 meteorites, just entirety. So this means I'm going to have to get more, which means I have to go to the moon. Luckily, I don't have to mine that many of them because Fortune does work on it to some extent. So that will make it easier. Oh, do you hear that, guys? That is the sound of something very good. I mean, good, it depends on your point of view. From a certain point of view, in this case mine, that is good, especially because my weather table shows that there is a Category 0 tornado right over my base, which needs our observing, I think. Now, one of the really cool things about tornadoes over my base is the way they interact with the cooling towers and the smoke particles coming out of them. And now, don't hold on a sec, I can feel you guys typing in the comments, but Sbeev, it should be steam. I know it should be steam, I get it, it's just for fun. But the way that the particles interact with the tornado is very cool. It basically allows you to look and find the tornado's center at any given moment just based on where the particles turn into like a big coil, which is pretty cool. Well, you guys probably thought you'd seen it all when you saw your favorite blue-skinned alien in a commando suit holding a scar, but now it's even better. Guess what? We have your favorite blue-skinned alien in a gigantically bulky spacesuit now. This is getting even more strange. Well, guys, I'm off to the moon in the quietest spaceship ever. No, I didn't mess up the recording software, it's just the game being weird. But anyways, I'll see you guys on the moon in a second. Bye! Well, I've made it to the moon safe and sound, and I'm about to land on top of our other lander that I apparently didn't get rid of. Oh, did you see that? That explosion right there in the distance. That's what we're looking for. That was a meteorite. I just have to go over there and grab the thingy that landed. Aha, there's our crashed meteor site guarded by a few mobs. Very unfortunately for them. Got them. Yeah, they're literally no match for me or my pump shotgun. Okay, let's see just how many pieces of meteoric iron I will receive from this fallen meteor. That's only one. Yikes. Okay, so I need 7 more still. How about instead of me just making the video 15 minutes of wandering around the moon, how about we make that a very brief montage of me racing around looking for meteorites? Well, I've got all the meteoric iron that we're going to need for our 2-2 rocket, plus 1 extra in case something happens to one of the other ones. I don't know what would, but either way, we've got a spare, and I'm ready to head back to the overworld and our rocket. I'm kind of curious, what happens if I shoot my Scar while I'm inside the rocket? I feel like I should have expected that. Come to think of it, that probably was not a very good idea. Luckily, the rocket seems to be okay. I thought it might have gotten destroyed when I saw the fire. But yeah, we're not going to be doing that again. That was not a smart idea. I thought maybe you could, because like hitboxes and stuff in other mods, you can shoot weapons out of vehicles. Apparently, not Galactic Craft. Lesson learned. We're actually leaving for real now this time. Goodbye, Moon. I won't be seeing you again with this lame rocket. It's so heavy. It's just so heavy. Oh man, we're just gonna fall all the way down here. And now, thanks to the power of my nuclear furnace, I have meteoric iron ingots. While I was racing around the moon looking for meteoric iron, our Californium was slowly detiglifying in the fission reactor so that we can get ourselves some Californium-250 and make the RTG, which will slowly provide us energy infinitely just from the power of ticklishness, although it's going to get put into the rocket cone, so I guess is the power of the rocket derived from ticklishness? I mentioned earlier that I need to make these tier 2 plates for the rocket hull, and they're just made with meteoric iron and the tier 1 plates, which are pretty easy. We've made them before, except I have like no aluminum. I have barely a stack of aluminum. I don't have it automated or anything, so I need a tiny bit more than what I have, so we're just going to pretend like I'm never going to need it in the future, and I'm just going to get barely enough for today by sieving some sand and getting a tiny bit of aluminum that way. It's just barely enough to make our rocket today. What can I say, guys? It wouldn't be a Sbeev modded Minecraft video if I didn't manage to get myself picked up in a tornado at least once. I'm sure that's what you guys all came here for, just for the tornado. Definitely not to watch me make aluminum plates and then various other plates in an electric compressor for 15 minutes. That's about how long it took IRL. Luckily, you guys don't have to watch that because of the power of editing. You know, we got our normal rocket fins, we've got our rocket nose cone, and just a standard tier 1 rocket engine. The only difference really between this and the tier 1 rocket is the tier 2 plates for the hull, which you gotta make out of the meteoric iron and tier 1 plates, and the 2 tier 1 rocket boosters, which takes some filled fuel canisters. I still have a lot of rocket fuel on hand, but I may have to go acquire some more eventually in the future. I think that the tier 2 rocket also consumes more fuel, which would make more sense because it's a bigger rocket and it's faster than the tier 1. Well, my friends, we've got everything that we need for our tier 2 rocket. All I have to do now is go throw it in the NASA workbench or whatever the heck it's called, and we can get ourselves the rocket, we can fuel it up, load it up, and we'll be ready to go to Mars, at least hopefully. The day is 444, and I have a tier 2 rocket. Look at that. Also, look at me. I'm just holding this rocket over my head. I just must be an absolute legend. This is just my daily workout, guys. Just holding the rocket over my head, walking down the hallway. Like, I kind of noticed I did a bit of a dumb. You know how my tier 1 rocket has storage room in it? Well, I forgot to craft the tier 2 rocket with storage chests, and I can't go back and change that. We're obviously not remaking the rocket, so just have to deal with no storage. Just gives me an incentive to organize my diamond backpack and add a small section for space, like necessities and stuff. I also tested in a creative world whether or not I would need to make a better tier spacesuit, and it doesn't look like I do. My tier 1 spacesuit still like makes me not suffocate. I still get oxygen and everything, so as far as I know, we're ready to go to Mars. The first and foremost reason that we're even going to Mars at all is, well, to beat Elon Musk there. Obviously, that's the #1 reason, but there is a slight side reason, I guess, in that we need a very specific type of ore that generates only on Mars, as far as I know, called Desh, because that will unlock a lot of new mods for us and better weapons from the mod tech guns. You know how we went to the moon and unlocked stuff from there with the lunar sapphires? Well, Desh is the equivalent of that. We're not going to be getting it in this video, but we are going to be on Mars. Alright, here we go. Oh, look, we're in those little like bouncy balloon things, also with the parachute. Okay, there goes the parachute. Okay, yeah, we're just going to be bouncing, it looks like a little bit. Also, I seem to be a little bit chilly, at least from that mod. Okay, we're heating up again. I could deal with those creepers not being there trying to blow my balloons right now. Please stop. They're not actually damaging it, but they are damaging me a little bit. Okay, it looks like there's still the same like evolved mobs here. Why do we have to land at nighttime? Come on, game, that's unfortunate. Okay, no more nasty little creepers next to my landing zone, but there does seem to be a cave nearby. And oh, wait a sec, what's that? What does it mean, invalid thermal protection? I tried this in creative. Maybe I didn't try it long enough to see whether or not the temperature worked. Yeah, we're gonna have to abandon the mission for now because I'm gonna freeze to death here. My tier 1 spacesuit apparently allows me to breathe, but doesn't provide adequate thermal protection. We have to figure that out for the next video, but we did make it to Mars, in fact, and we did beat Elon Musk there. He'll probably be smarter and actually realize that it's cold there. I mean, it kind of makes sense that it's cold there, but I thought my spacesuit worked for that. Apparently not. But that's going to be the end of this video today, guys. If you did enjoy and you haven't already, be sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. And also, if you're interested, you can always join the Discord server down below. Over 8,000 members, a pretty cool place. And you can follow me on Twitter if you want. And also, if you're interested in getting the schematic of my 1/3 scale Venator Star Destroyer, you can always head over to my Patreon link down in the description below and find it there. In addition, Season 2 of my Patreon server will be starting hopefully in the next week or two. I don't think it'll take that long to set up. It's going to be the Nuclear/Space Age mod pack, technically the mod pack that I'm using in this video. In the next episode of the Space Age, I'll be returning back to Mars, this time with several pairs of nice wool socks to stop my toes from freezing. We'll be in search of the rare Desh ore while also encountering new alien species, some far deadlier than anything we've previously discovered. Not that they seem terribly well adapted to Mars, mind you.